All right. So I'm Colt.
I'm Carson, and we're going to be looking at doing a bench press today.
And so just kind of going off the rubric, the first thing is the bench press is just extremely relevant to life. Anytime you're opening up a door, or you gotta, I don't know, like any pushing motion within general everyday life is going to be applicable to bench. And it's also just a ridiculously common lift amongst the exercise community. And so discussing it is relevant. And then shoot, you could work into sports, and in football it's pretty huge. Bunch of guys pushing each other around, and yeah, the bench press is just a irrelevant topic, fairly easy to analyze, simple movement, and so here we go.
Yeah, so kind of some key other things in that kind of realm are injury-wise, this is a great movement to build strength for any pushing motions to avoid injury in the shoulders, elbows, chest, and triceps. However, we want to definitely harp on proper form through this video because if you do it wrong, you can injure those same locations. So first, the equipment you're going to need to do this is a bench press, a barbell, and some plates. Pretty straightforward and simple. Proper bench press form, the first thing we're going to talk about is there's 4 points of contact, and that's going to be your feet on the floor, and then your butt, shoulders, and head on the bench. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, important to remember. The next thing we want to talk about with proper form is joint angles. So to define that, kind of our definition is a joint angle is the angle between the line of the proximal and distal segments of a joint. Pretty straightforward. And these are going to vary depending on your grip with the bench press, but we want to make sure that we come down to our chest and all the way till we're locked out. So it's going to be a straight 180 degrees versus just past 90 is about what we're looking at. So now we're going to move on to the last key component of proper bench form, which is going to be your bar path. And so to understand bar path, you need a basic understanding of linear kinetics, which I'll go over really quickly. So the first thing is distance, which is going to be the length of the path traveled in the full range motion, or this full J curve, which Colt will go into a lot more detail of after this. The next thing you need to understand is displacement, which is the shortest possible distance from the starting point to the ending point, or vice versa. And then the final thing is going to be velocity, which is going to be how long it takes you to move between the speed it takes you to move between point A and point B, which is going to be the delta of displacement divided by the delta of time. So a general kind of rule of thumb with this type of thing is you want to have a lower velocity on the way down, or the eccentric portion, and not just take the bar and drop it onto your chest. That can cause a lot of injuries to the ribs as well as all the muscles and joints. The concentric portion, however, the velocity is going to be a lot more variable based on the percentage of your 1 rep max that you're working at, or the weight that's on the bar, as well as if you're doing pause reps or reps for tempo. These can all change how long it's going to take you to push up, or the speed at which you push up.
All right, so now you got a general understanding of that linear kinetic portion of the bar path. We'll move into the rest of the bar path. And so the best bench press bar path is just one where the barbell follows a slightly curved descent and then a J curve on the ascent. And so that's kind of the scooping or pushing the bar towards your head as you come up off of your chest, and you're getting closer to lockout. When you're getting closer to lockout, you do more of a straight vertical bar path. So one might wonder why that's the case when performing a straight up and straight down bar path will actually yield a shorter total flexion moment arm. So that gives you a greater mechanical advantage. And the simple answer to that question is that touching down lower cuts the range of motion enough to actually outweigh the moment arm reduction, which then makes the J curve more advantageous than a straight bar path. And so that's why the J curve is the proper bar path. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, I hope that you can look back at those videos and kind of apply some of what we talked about to those videos, seeing what was proper, what was not. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah, I hope you guys learned a little bit, and I hope you bench safe in the future. So, thank you.
Peace.